My name is ATF Sinner. I'm a singer and guitarist for Hate band. You're watching Metal Wani.
So we are at the Underworld today for the Hate show. Thank you very much to be with us.
All pleasure is mine.
So how has been the Bliss over Europe tour so far? Is there any interesting moment?
It's been just great because we're like in one big family with the guys from Vader, whom we've known for 20 years more, you know, and also the crew and you know, the other guys who are around us on this tour are good friends, just good friends. So yeah, it's great to be back on tour, supporting the new release Crusade 0. Tonight it's Underworld London, which is great. I can't wait to see the crowds, you know. I expect lots of Polish people coming too.
Yeah, it's always a great venue for gigging, huh?
Definitely.
So how do you guys decide to tour Europe with Vader? How that came to shape?
It was actually the Rock the Nation's idea, an agency with which we work right now, and we just needed a European tour to give the proper support to the album, which has been just released on Napalm Records. So we're doing this tour with Vader, and then right after it we start another tour which is called, goes under the name of Hate Fest.
Yeah.
So you can imagine I like this particular name, and it's going to be bigger than this. I mean, there's 6 Feet Under headlining it, also Marduk, also some other bands altogether. There'll be like I don't know, 6, 7 bands.
Yeah.
So it's actually a traveling festival, mainly in Germany, Austria and Switzerland. So yeah, some festivals in some European countries here and there, also some Polish festivals.
Yeah.
Then we have some plans to visit Brazil again, South America. There will be probably more dates than just Brazil added to it.
Yeah.
It will be our 3rd visit to South American continent. Also, we are working on a DVD. I mean, the talks just has started now, but we got an offer from a Polish label, Metal Mind Productions, to record a new official DVD marking the 25th anniversary of the band's existence, which is very important to us. It's 25th years since I started the band in 1990, so it deserves a good release in this respect, and I think this DVD will be just perfect, and we'll be trying to make it happen this year, and to have it released by the end of this year, maybe December. It will be just fucking great. In the words this way.
So you guys just, as you say, released a new album, Crusade 0. So have you been playing few songs live, I guess?
Oh yeah, definitely, yeah.
So how has been the response so far from that?
It's very good. I mean, people know those particular songs because one of them was released earlier as a video, official video, under the name of Valley of Darkness. The other is named Leviathan. It is also an official lyric video this time, and yeah, those songs have been in the public domain for some time, so people are familiar with them, and the response is just good. It's just great.
It's your 9th album now. So was it the writing process different from the other one, or?
Well, it actually didn't differ that much from previous albums in this respect. While writing the new songs, we got a new musician on board. I mean, the drummer Pavulon, who joined us while we were working on the new songs. So he put some input also in the songs. He had some influence over the arrangements and oral sound of the album as it is now. So, but generally it's always like this. I mean, I come up with the main ideas, then we work on them together, rehearsing them numerous times, looking for the best arrangements, and then we go to the studio. And talking about this new album, it's not a revolutionary kind of thing. We just wanted to continue with this, with the work that had been started before on the previous albums, and it is actually like a summary of a certain period of our history.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that from now on we will take some other direction, maybe something more adventurous, more, as I said, revolutionary next time. But we didn't mean it during doing this album. We just wanted it to be kind of a solid hate record, you know, summarizing the let's say the period of 6-7 years of our history.
Yeah, perfect. Could you actually tell me a bit more about the title of the album?
Yeah.
What does it mean to you?
Crusade Zero means it's like crusade, which is symbolically all the human effort together, put together, and zero is the outcome of it. It's like the final result of it, which is actually the big downfall, the big collapse of the civilization as we know it. So this album holds a pretty, I would say, negative message. It's not positive, but still, it's how we see the world around us, that's how we observe the processes that are pretty dangerous and going on around us these days. So it's a kind of not a warning, but just the observation that we made, you know.
So you guys are famous for your lyrical themes and convey of strong messages. How does the cover album relate to the entire album? And is there kind of underlying concept behind that?
Well, all the work is about the humanity and its way to self-annihilation, so to speak. Talking about the cover, we wanted it to express, say, the cosmic nothingness, as well as nothingness of a human soul on an individual level, you know. So paradoxically, we wanted it to be as empty as possible. And our graphic designer Daniel Rushiwowicz, with whom we did the previous artworks too, came up with the idea of a symbol located somewhere in the cosmic space, which this symbol means the end, the collapse, the big downfall, you know, and nothingness, as I said, which is the symbol of nothingness. Talking about the cover. Yeah.
Cool. Musically, do you think this album stand out from the other ones?
As I mentioned, it's a continuation of the previous works, so it didn't. It's not meant to be revolutionary in any way. Still, it has some new elements here and there. It has completely new sound, I think, more organic, more, so to speak, less industrial, I would say. Just more organic. It is closer to the way we sound on our live shows or in a rehearsal room. So yeah, that's what we wanted to make. And it is also the album as a whole is dedicated to our late bass player Mortifer, who died tragically in 2013. So it also expresses some kind of grief after his leaving. I think there's quite a lot of it in it. So working on the songs, we had him in mind, and it's a kind of tribute to him as a person, as a figure.
So the band has been a few number lineup changes and faced some quite difficult times. But yet you're here, guys, today. So what do you think that keep AIDS going so strong even after everything you've been through, both individually and as a band?
Well, there are a few driving forces, at least, I think. One is our fans and followers, who really give us a great support, and using this opportunity, I would like to express my gratitude to all the people who have sent me messages of support and simply gave us a lot of inspiration after what happened in 2013.
Yeah.
Also, it's creativity is a process that never ends. In my case, at least, I always work on some new stuff. I always think of what can we do in the future. So it's like long run planning, you know, and yeah, it's simply we simply need it to feel alive, you know. I know it sounds cliche, but that's how it really is. I mean, bands contain people who are really focused on what they do, and hate is so fucking important to us. We cannot even imagine living without it, you know.
How would you describe Hate's live show yourself?
Yeah, it's a big outburst of energy, you know, in one word. It's a kind of exchange of the energies, and that's what we really look forward to every time. I mean, it's we just put 100% of ourselves on being on the stage, and we expect the same from the audience, and we very often get this. For example, yesterday, Voodoo Lounge Club in Dublin was just a fantastic show with a fantastic atmosphere. So I really do hope for something like that here in Underworld tonight.
Any chance of seeing you guys touring India?
Well, I haven't heard of any offer coming from there. Still, we got an interview, and I made a very interesting interview for Metal Wani magazine from India, and yes, there were some serious questions about us coming to play some short tour or a festival, the biggest one that is held in India. But we'll see. I mean, we're perfectly open for any offers from that region of the world, because it's still to be conquered by us.
Great. Could I just ask you to do the ID, so just present yourself and just say you're watching Metal Wani?